Good afternoon, Good Shepherd. It's Wednesday, December 8th, 2021, and we are in the middle of the second week of Advent. Some announcements and then a brief thought to close up for the day. Announcements are, of course, that this coming Sunday, services at 7:45 and 10:30, regular Eucharistic services. Between those two services will be a continuation of our discussion of the Living Compass materials on practicing patience. The discussion so far has been really good, really provocative. We've recognized that there are many of us who have issues with patience, patience in general, patience with ourselves, patience with others, and we've had some good conversations about that and some tips and some frustrations and all of those kinds of things. So if you can join us at 9:15 in the chapel this coming Sunday. If that doesn't work for you and you still want to participate in that conversation, 7 o'clock on Monday night via Zoom. Those links will be in the e-news as well. I really want to say thank you to Connie Branton, our choir director, organist, pianist, the choir, the other musicians that Connie was able to bring in to supplement the choir for the Gospel Magnificat this last Sunday. It was amazing. It was great fun. If you were there, you will know that it was great fun. The music was fabulous. It was different and well performed and well conducted. And so I just, a big thank you for that offering for this time of year, this Advent season as we prepare for Christmas. Another way of preparing for Christmas comes this coming Saturday with our Living Nativity. Second time we've done this in a couple of years. And last year it was great fun. I have no doubt that it will be this year as well. So between 4:30 and 6, try and arrive by 6. Come on by with some canned goods or other non-perishable food to give to Covenant Cupboard so that they can make sure that their larder is stocked for the folks who will be coming by and needing food between now and Christmas. If you don't have food to give, you can always, there will be a donation box. You can either make a donation of cash or a check made out to Covenant Cupboard would be fine. But again, you can start coming by around 4:30. It looks like it's going to be a little chilly, so we want to get our cast members back inside by 6:30. So if you could arrive by 6 so that there's enough time to get everybody through the line by about 6:30, that would really help a lot. So we're advertising it now as 4:30 to 6 for arriving. So please do that. We've got a great number of folks who are participating in the cast and in helping with that. So it'll be a lot of fun. It will be a lot of fun. In the e-news coming out tomorrow, you'll see, as you have seen, an announcement for Help Wanted. We've had some pretty good response. We've had people step up and take care of some tasks or volunteer for some ongoing tasks. Keep checking that because there are new things that get added as we find them or as needs arise. So please take a look at that. And melding the Help Wanted along with the Living Nativity, one of the things that we could use some help with, not necessarily the Living Nativity itself, but we are collecting food for Covenant Cupboard, and we want to deliver that and unload it Saturday night after the Living Nativity is over. So the things don't sit in the truck overnight in freezing temperatures. And so we would love it if folks could, after the Living Nativity, head to Covenant Presbyterian Church. They're off of the Denver Tech Center Boulevard and Yosemite to help offload that probably around 6:30 or 6:45. We might have more information for you a little bit later, but we are looking for help just to get all of the stuff off of the truck and into a building where it won't freeze. So. And then I'd like to sort of make some comments. As you know, as you probably know, in my daily readings of the daily office lectionary. At least this year, I have been reading in the mornings lessons from the Hebrew scriptures. And this morning's lesson was from the prophet Amos. Amos was an 8th century prophet, 8th century before Christ, and was a big critic of things that were going on in the nation of Israel, in the southern, or in the northern kingdom. There were 2 kingdoms, Israel and Judah. And in the northern kingdom, he was a big critic of this. And of course, Israel was destroyed by the Assyrians in the 8th century, and the latter part of the 8th century. So Amos is talking to these folks, and he's really pretty critical through here. And he says something at the end of, or in the middle of chapter 8, verse 11, that really struck me. And it wasn't so much that the criticism that struck me, but kind of the reality that I think is similar to some of what we're experiencing today. And Amos prophesies on behalf of God and says, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of God, hearing the words of Yahweh. And I think about that in terms of our contemporary situation. We read the news and we see that unemployment claims are going down, and we see that restaurants, or not just restaurants, many businesses are having problems hiring folk. And so it doesn't seem like there's as much of a famine of bread and of water as there could be in other places. But I do think that there is a famine of hearing the words of God. And where I see that is words of encouragement, words of hope, words of possibility. And I read that this morning, and then I went upstairs to eat breakfast and opened the Denver Post and saw an editorial. You can go to the editorial page and read this if you want. I'm not going to refer to a lot about the editorial, but I do want to just quote from a section of it, because I think that this also helps feed this famine. And the writer says, the power of America's media to shift the nation's collective attention cannot be overstated. And the decisions that are made daily in newsrooms across the country play an unrivaled role in determining what we as a nation are focused on at any given time. It should be new ideas, those that have the potential to make life better for millions of people across the country, that are the center of our national debates, not the words of those looking to tear us down. And I think if we look at the paper, we're seeing all of those words, regardless of where they're coming from, almost, that really do seek to tear us down. We do not hear the good news. And so I wonder about us as Christians, how much we contribute to news that tears us down, or words that tear us down, as opposed to words that build us up, whether it's what we post on social media or what kinds of conversations we have with our friends or neighbors. What builds up, what words build up, and what words tear down. And we are surrounded by words that do nothing but tear us down. And there's a famine for the words that build us up. And what a witness it would be for us as Christians to say, here is good news. My goodness, that's what the gospel means, is good news. And certainly it meant something in the context of the way that Jesus preached good news, but just simple good news is powerful. So go out and preach some good news, and let there not be such a famine, at least insofar as it's in your capabilities to prevent that from happening. There's good news tonight at Compline, 8:45 on Zoom. Find the link. The link's there online. in the e-news from last week and also on our website. And I look forward to seeing and sharing some good news with you this coming Sunday. Blessings, my friend. Have a good rest of the week. Stay dry, stay safe, and enjoy the snow as it comes. Bye-bye.